Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the O2 Arena here in London for tonight's championship boxing, brought to you by Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Sport. We are sponsored by 666Bet, Scott's Menswear, StubHub, Anticate Cerveza. We are live on Sky Sports, and you've joined us for the very best ringside seat in the business. We get the action underway, ladies and gentlemen. 10 rounds for the vacant English light welterweight championship. Timekeeper at the bell will be Bob Edgeworth, and our supervisor in charge, John Handler. Stewards, Des Reese and Dean Hollington. The judges at ringside scoring the contest: Phil Edwards of Preston, Terry O'Connor of Birmingham, and Bob Williams of Watford. When the bell rings and the action begins, the man in the middle, the man in charge, is Mr. Marcus McDonnell of Twickenham. Ladies and gentlemen, the challengers, introducing to you, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with orange, weighing in at 9 stone, 13 pounds and 9 ounces. The 13-fight record, 12 wins, 4 inside the scheduled distance, and just 1 defeat. From Carl Shorten, it's Ricky Boylan. And across the ring, undefeated, wearing the red trunks trimmed with white and gold, weighing in at 9 stone, 11 pounds, 6 ounces. 10-fight record, 10 wins, 3 inside the scheduled distance. From St. Leo's, Cambridgeshire, please welcome Tommy Martin. So, sports fans and Sky Sports fans, here we go then. 10 rounds of boxing for the vacant English light welterweight championship.
I spoke to you both in the dressing room. You know what I expect? Adult professors, all times, obey my instructions, watch your heads, keep it clean. Any questions? Let's go to work.
Well, this could be really tasty because these two fellas do not like each other one little bit. At the press conference on Thursday, it was nasty and niggly. At the weigh-in yesterday, it almost kicked off as they went head-to-head, literally, as Tommy Martin reacted when Ricky Boylan just sort of leaned his forehead in there. They've both been talking it up. They've both been pounding away on social media. Now they get to pound away on each other for 10 rounds. Ricky Boylan in the black with the orange trim against the youngster Tommy Martin, who's gone off at a very, very fast pace. And Marcus McDonnell already has had his first words.
Well, Martin's certainly not too troubled about the 10-round distance. He's right down to work, getting the jab off, putting full power into the punches. Boylan's physically very strong, so I think that'll be part of Martin's plan, just to get the punches off early and keep him in the centre of the ring. Boylan will want to push him back, trap him on the ropes. Boylan letting the right hand go, but good sharp work in the early stages from Martin.
Very good left to the body there, Martin, as well, really sunk it in.
I saw him pulling a face there as he did that. I worried that maybe his forearm had caught an elbow on the way in. No, he seems okay, but he pulled a face as he landed that punch. I don't know if it was admiring the shot, maybe that's what it was.
He's very pumped up, Jim, the youngster, he really is.
He's producing the cleaner work here.
Boylan just popping in a couple of body shots there. Boylan lost last time out to Tyler Goodjohn, but he'd only just joined the Jamie Moore, Nigel Travis team in Manchester. He's had a full camp with the guys up there. Talking to them, so you're going to see a very new and different Ricky Boylan, and one of the things they've had to work on, of course, is his defences, because they were pretty much non-existent in that exciting fight here in October against Tyler Goodjohn. And on the same bill, Tommy Martin beat Matty Chu in 7 for his biggest win. Chu was the first opponent he'd beaten with a winning record. Got off the floor to do it, although he disputed the knockdown, said it was a slip. Well, that was a real barn burner. And the signs are that this one is going to be pretty tasty.
Oh, Martin settling the pace down now, trying to use a bit more movement. This is smart stuff from him. It's a good opener.
Nice couple of jabs there, though, from Boylan. Nice double jab. And they are both unloading here in the first 2 and a bit minutes. Serious business going on. Nice hook to the body from Martin.
I think Boylan now trying to make that physical strength count a bit more, trying to bully Martin, but Martin boxed well. I think he's had the better of things so far in the opener. Picking nice, sharp punches, good sharp movement. So I think he's got the start that he planned.
Both big ticket sellers, they've both got plenty of support in the house. And they're both very confident they're going to win this one. And if the rest of the fight is as good as the first round, we're in for a treat.
Keep that right hand up, because it's that difficult to get the in there. Keep the jab going. Keep him long. Cut. Walk off him. You're looking good. You understand?
Jab, all the other shots are coming. Uppercuts.
Barry Smith on the left, Jimmy Tibbs in the middle there.
Walk off him.
No, that was a terrific opening round. I mean, we expected this to be hot. Thought it may have taken a couple of rounds to catch fire, but no, right down to business. Good, solid punches from both men. Thought Martin did a little bit more work.
Round 2 of this 10-rounder. Tommy Martin came in with a celebrity fan, Danny Dyer, from EastEnders, in the ring as part of his entourage. But other EastEnders actor here as well, Jake Wood. Huge boxing fan himself. Martin put a lot into that first round, and Boylan. Interesting that the weigh-in yesterday, Jim, talking about all the hoo-ha, but lost in that hoo-ha was the fact that Martin came in very light, 9'11.6. Boylan was 9'13.9, and talking to Jamie Moore, who runs Boylan's camp, he thinks that Boylan's going to be around 10 stone 12. That could be physically a big advantage when the longer this goes on. Bit of damage.
Now, this is terrific stuff at the moment from Martin, just kept pumping the punches out. I'm not too worried about the weight issue because I don't think he intends standing trading with Boylan. I think he wants to do it on the move with light little sharp jolting punches. But that was a good little 20-second spell there from him. Boylan really has to improve, has to sharpen up.
Boylan did just sharpen up with a little right hand there.
See, that's the difference between the two. Boylan's landing single punches, whereas Martin's putting in more of a shift in the early stages.
Can he keep that shift up though, Jim? It's a very fast start.
I think that's going to be the problem for him, just the physical strength of Boylan in the second half of the fight. But I mean, you couldn't really ask for a better start. This is cheeky boxing now from Martin. Lovely stuff.
Very, very confident young man, the 20-year-old from St. Neots.
And that's the thing, you just mentioned he's 20, I mean he's only a kid. So you wonder, when strength and maturity comes into this, how he'll be. Well, we're going to find out. But boxing well at the moment, just nudging with his shoulder there. Don't think there's any malice in that.
But he's so pumped up, Jim. I said it in the last round. He's pouring so much effort into this. Hooks to the body from Boylan. That's something that they've worked on. Boylan trying to just bully and intimidate a little bit, and again continuing to work downstairs with those hooks to the body, and Boylan starting to rough him up a little bit. Are those body shots getting through? Martin, I think, is feeling some of these body shots.
He's breathing with his mouth open there. I think those were hurtful punches round about the ribs. A little bit late in the round for Boylan to turn it around the points wise, but he did some damage there. It may pay dividends for him later in the fight.
Again, An incredibly fast pace set by Tommy Martin, but Boylan finished that round strong.
Breathe. Tommy, listen. Got to keep this kid long, yeah? Keep him nice and long.
Give him a drink now.
Have a drink, get back. Right, look at me, hands up. Right, still, Tommy. Keep him nice and long, yeah? Park with the jab and walk away.
The money in the bank shows will win you this fight, yeah? He's fucking flat. I told you you would hang yourself. I told you. What you've got to do is now sit there and hold that right leg. Pat. Killing him. Once he sinks, I want up, boom, and then you can dig in.
Well, no panic in the corner as you would expect with the Jamie Moore there. But I think they're probably happy with the amount of steam that Martin's using up in these early rounds, and they know that the Boylan is a stayer. He's physically strong, mature, and he's had his moments already.
And Jim, although we saw Boylan losing to Tyler Goodjohn last time out, he actually was coming on strong at the finish. He looked his best in the later rounds there. If Martin has shown some inexperience here and put too much into these first couple of rounds, that could come back to haunt him. And there was certainly a moment in that last round when those body shots from Boylan seemed to be getting through. Again, it's a decent start from Martin here in round 3, just getting those jabs going. And Barry Smith, his trainer, was saying, keep it long, keep it long.
I think Boylan needs to get a little bit closer and get the body shots off again. He's been caught with the jab as he comes forward. Clever stuff again from Martin. He's dropped to pace. He's countering with the jab as Boylan comes forward. Smart stuff again. Boylan needs to get the punches off earlier.
Yeah, good little spell that for Martin as Boylan continues to try and hunt him down. And again, looking to work the body. And Martin did a decent job of protecting that area with his elbows and his forearms. And again, the jab coming from Martin. Just trying to keep Boylan off him.
Yeah, he's outboxing Boylan at the moment. Boylan really has to get close and sap some of that strength out with the body shots, but he's not getting close enough at the moment. Good stuff again on the back foot from Martin.
Nice hook to the body, nice left hand to the body rather, and then a right from Martin. And Boylan, as you say, is pressing but not landing much. That's a bit better. Nice left hook, and there's another one. The body shots, and once again Martin seems stuck on the ropes when those body shots go in.
That's probably the only mistake that Martin's making at the moment. He should be off those ropes straight away. Either that or tie Boylan up. Should stand there.
Boylan
Good left hook from
working
Boylan.
again, the left hook. And really trying to rough Martin up here in this third round, Boylan.
I mean, you get the impression this is a fight that's going to get tougher for Martin the longer it goes, because Boylan, he'll be in great shape, as we know. Physically very strong. But technically, he's just a little bit short at the moment. He's been outboxed for a lot of spells here in each round. That was better from him.
Clipping right hand though from Boylan he took. Boylan's got a really solid look about him at the moment. And this has been a better round for the Carshalton man. David Weir is a good mate of Ricky Boylan's, the 6-time Olympic gold medalist. He's here to support his man. As I said earlier, part of the entourage that came to the ring with Tommy Martin, straight from the Queen Vic, Danny Dyer.
10 seconds. Seconds out.
Round 4 of this 10-rounder, this battle for the vacant English light welterweight title. And Jim, I don't know if you'd agree with me, I just got a sense in that last round that Boylan was physically starting to impose himself on this fight.
Yeah, they made an impression, but I thought in the first couple of minutes, he's taken too long to get going in all of the 3 rounds. He's been outboxed in the early stages, then he makes his strength and his persistent count. He's got to start a little bit earlier. But I'm sure he'll fancy himself in the second half of this fight. I do feel things are going to get tougher for Martin the longer it goes.
Boylan going to work once again, trapping Martin on the ropes, and Martin this time does spin him around.
Step out, Tommy, step out.
Big fight this for Ricky Boylan, coming off a defeat, and he's taken it very seriously. He spent 2 months living in Manchester. That's where his camp's been. He's sparred the likes of Tommy Coyle and Chris Jenkins and Adil Anwar. They've brought all kinds of sparring in for him. And the feeling in the camp is that they've built a machine. That's the phrase Jamie Moore used. And they said, we liked his body punching anyway, but we've added a bit of Manchester style to those body shots. He said, watch out for them. Well, Martin's felt a few of them already. And again, grimacing away there, Martin.
Yeah, he pulls faces. I don't know quite whether to call them grimaces or what to call him. I thought he'd injured his forearm at one point. He just seems to like pulling little faces. He's doing well in this round to stay off the ropes, Martin. You know, he's standing out there in the centre of the ring with Boylan. Not much to split them in this round. Certainly the pace has dropped.
Yeah, Martin has settled down now. Those first 2 rounds were so fast-running. Got caught with the right hand there, though. And Boylan's on him again, and there's still a minute left in this round, and Boylan's starting to really power through here. Nice body shot, then the switch upstairs. Martin feeling the pressure, trying to get free. Boylan giving him nowhere to run.
Yeah, Martin looking to hold up close there. But he's showing a fair amount of grit. Martin still pumping the punches out. Good left hook from him there.
Well, for one so young, there is some toughness in him as well. We've seen him get off the floor to win. We saw it against Matty Tune and against Andy Harris earlier in his career he did. But he is starting to take some punishment here and not offering much back.
And going on to the ropes and staying there without throwing punches gives the impression that the other guy has the initiative. So a better round here for Boylan. Making an impression at long last. Maybe the pace is slowed down to a tempo that suits him a little bit more.
Well, has Martin paced himself for a 10-round fight? The dietitian guru going to work on a cut there for Boylan as we just take a look at some of the action with that last round.
Yeah, well, his strength, sheer physical strength, beginning to play a bigger part now, and that's what Boylan wants. He wants the action up close like this. He's to cut the ring down on Martin.
I'm not sure it was a cut. I think it was just some precautionary work there from Keyes on the right eyebrow of Boylan, and Martin comes out fast again here, looking to try and reassert his authority. Decent right hand to the body, but once again Boylan got him on the ropes. He got off quickly there, Martin, but those body shots are still whipping in. Those Manchester-style body shots that Jamie Moore was talking about. There's another 2. Martin trying to follow his lead with a right hook to the body, but Boylan is certainly turning up the heat here.
See, this is where he wants the action. He wants it up close. So
he's blowing hard, yeah. Martin. He's blowing.
He's blowing hard, and he's finding it difficult to keep Boylan away from him as he was doing earlier. Going to have to put a bit more snap into these punches to discourage Boylan.
No trouble landing those right hooks to the body here, Martin. And then there's a left hook as well. Martin's card shows 3 stoppages on his 10 fights, but a lot of those were against journeymen, so that can be deceptive. But you do look at him, Jim, and you think there's not quite the same snap behind these punches as we saw in the first couple of rounds, and a left hook from Boylan getting through there. There's these little light peppering shots coming in from Martin, and Boylan walking through them. And once again, Martin up against the ropes, just trying to block everything off, and Boylan looking for the holes.
And Martin again happy to put his arms round and get the referee to break them up. These are all signs he's struggling with the pace. There's not a lot between them punches landed in this round, but the meteor shots you feel have been coming from Boylan.
He's still landing decent body shots here, Martin, as Boylan thinks offense rather than defense. He ripped that one in, and then the uppercut's trying to rip through as well. Once again, Martin on the ropes, not doing much except covering up. And Boylan picking some nice shots.
And looking the boss, which is important in a close round. The guy who looks the boss, you tend to sway in his favour. These little popping punches here from Martin. He'd be better bringing his right hand into the equation a bit more often. These have been blocked, these jabs.
Nice little left hook from Martin. Boylan seems now to have almost reverted to type, just happy to take one, to land one of his own. As you say, Jim, there's not much snap and power behind these Martin punches, but he's keeping those punches and the work rate going. Great fight this, we're really enjoying it. Ed Robinson is with another fellow I'm sure is loving it as well. Spencer Oliver.
That's right, former European Super Bantamweight champion. How are you reading the fight so far, Spencer?
Well, it was a great start from Martin. He come out really fast, working the shots
so fast.
Yeah, I think that was a big problem. Inexperience there, Ed. He come out throwing combinations after combination. Boylan now just starting to get into it. For me, Martin winning the first 3 rounds, Boylan the last 2. But they look a weight division apart in there at the moment. Boylan is very big, looks very strong for like welterweight, and Martin looking the smaller of the 2 and just seeming to tire there at the end of that round. So, you know, Martin at the moment just with his nose in front, but Boylan looks like he's going to take over.
Boylan, the bigger man and probably the more physically mature as well.
Yeah, and also more experienced there. You know, he's been there before. We saw him last time out in an excellent fight with Tyler Goodjohn, and so he's the man with the experience, and you sense that going into this next round.
Thank you, Spencer.
Thanks, fellas. Yeah, Spencer echoing what you were saying, Jim, and what we saw on the scales yesterday. But Martin not big at the weight, and Boylan massive at the weight. Jim, that's how you're seeing it. Slightly different to Spencer, but
no, I think that's pretty much the same as Spencer. The first 3 rounds to Martin, the last 2 to Boylan. That's exactly what Spencer was saying too. But the meteor shots, there wasn't a lot of split them punches landed in the last round, but the better punches, the more telling punches coming from Boylan. And I've always felt the longer this goes, the more it will suit him. There's just some maybe on an eyelash knocked into his eye there. See him there rubbing the eye, Boylan.
Yeah, something definitely bothered him. And there is a bit of swelling under that left eye of Boylan's.
I think Martin needs a little bit more movement than he's using. He doesn't look to have the strength of the power in his punches to keep Boylan off, as you can see here. And these little bursts really make Boylan look as though he's in charge.
And there's a long, long way to go in this fight as well. It's round 6. Confidence is a wonderful thing, and when you're 20 years old, you think you're Superman. But it can also be inexperience, and that can cost you. And I think whatever the result here, and Martin is still very much in it, he's going to learn an awful lot from this fight, more than his previous 10. Again, another look at the corner. He's just staring at his corner. Still working the jab, bringing the uppercut into play. Better again from Boylan, then a switch to the body. That was a lovely little few moments there from Martin. Boylan took the lot.
No, Martin's still landing some nice little punches. They don't have the snap or power to discourage. Again, Martin really, he's putting the pedal down again. I think maybe he's felt things slipping away from him. Put the pedal down, he's responded well here. He's finding himself space. Boylan taking too long to get them off. A bit of elbow there from Boylan.
He got away with it on the blind side of Marcus McDonald. This little jab of Martin's, it's not hurting or bothering Boylan, but it's a nuisance shot, and he's throwing a lot of them, and it's just, there we are again.
Yeah, scoring points, Nick, yeah.
Yeah, and he's finding punches off the jab as well, Martin. He's showing some real intelligence here, but then you get into this situation again, where he just covers up on the ropes. I think he's boxed a very clever round here.
But Boylan hasn't quite made it the fight he wants in this round. You know, he stood off when he really should have been putting it on Martin, so terrific response from Martin.
Well, I think all of us were expecting Martin to start fading away a little bit, and he rallied very impressively there.
He's frustrated, he's run out of ideas. But listen, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I felt either he needed more movement to get himself out of trouble, or he needed a bit more snap on his punches, Martin. Because whenever Boylan gets close, as you can see in this little burst, he really looks the boss and looks impressive. And I didn't think that was a terrific round for Boylan. I don't think he quite picked up from where he left off in the previous two. And Martin always prepared to come back with something. Boylan still looking by far the stronger of the two.
But you might have heard Barry Smith, Tommy Martin's trainer there, saying how impressed he was with what Martin did in that last round, and that Boylan's run out of ideas. Boylan is certainly the man who has to find something extra here, because that was impressive from the youngster, that last round.
Now, Boylan's trying to throw punches from full range, which really haven't worked for him. It's when he gets close and works the body. A good start again here.
And look at all those jabs.
Martin.
Just look at it, just pouring out those jabs. Nuisance punches, that was nice again. And then the switch, looking really classy here, Martin.
Now, that was terrific stuff again from young Martin. He's only 20, but he's shown some maturity here.
He's learning on the job. He's learning right here in this fight. The adjustments that he's making. Boylan again looking to work the body. And Martin offers something back this time. A left hook of his own. And he's taken a lot of those body shots, Martin, and hasn't folded.
They're both feeling the pace a little bit now. Some of the action a little bit scrappy. The good long-range stuff again. I think it's another round with the meteor punches again coming from Boylan. That is good stuff.
But again, Martin looking to block and cover up and just minimise the damage, and he's done that.
The forearm again from Boylan, yeah, but this time he's warned about it. That's a sign of frustration. Things aren't going the way he would like them to. If he was on top with the punches he was throwing, then you wouldn't see the forearm coming in. A good left hook from Boylan.
And again, Martin takes it though, and look at that, just popping out those hooks, then bringing the right cross in. The uppercut in there as well.
A terrific variety there.
Yeah, you've got to be impressed with what we're seeing from a 20-year-old who's being given a thorough examination in here, and so far is passing the test. Caught a long right hand there though. Then covering up on the ropes, as he's done so often. But again, Boylan unable to make the breakthrough.
Yep, the only mistake that Martin's making is lingering on the ropes just a little bit too long, but probably he's looking to take a breather and block to take the sting out of Boylan's punches. But Boylan walking on to too much in this round. They're not hurtful punches, but they're point scoring.
He's coming of age here in front of our eyes. Tommy Martin, another lovely right hand. Boylan again has him pinned on the ropes. And again, Martin able to get off before any damage is done, and then bring the Jabs into play, and a right hook to the body, another body shot in there as well. Clever, intelligent, smart boxing this from the 20-year-old.
No, more of the cheeky stuff coming back again from Martin. He's finding the space, finding the time to get the punches off. Not powerful shots, but they don't have to be as long as he's not there when the counters arrive. So apart from the bursts when Boylan pins him on the ropes, that was really all Martin again. Lovely long-range boxing and a little bit of imagination there mixed in.
It's amazing, isn't it, Jim, when as we have another look at your card, as we see how Martin is pulling away once again, that you and Spencer and certainly me, we all thought after 5 that it was going to be Ricky Boylan pulling away as Martin started to fade, and those last 2 rounds have been absolutely beautiful from the youngster, and Boylan really has 3 rounds to try and turn things around. And the light welterweight division is loaded with talent. If Boylan has back-to-back defeats, he tumbles way down the rankings, so he's got an awful lot on the line here.
I'm surprised the last couple of rounds how often Martin has claimed the centre of the ring. I mean, you would think Boylan would be throwing everything at him, pinning him to the ropes, because that's where he gets the success. A little complaint there.
That's McDonald giving Martin some time. He didn't need much time to land that lead right hand. He's sharper and faster and beating Boylan to the punch. But these should be the good rounds for Ricky Boylan. They need to be if he's going to salvage something here.
Well, I think it's the technique that's lacking in Ricky Boylan. He has the strength, he's getting close, but he's not making his physical advantages pay. And he's been caught too often as he comes forward. He knows he's the stronger, he knows the punches he's taken, there's no snap in them, but they're point scoring and they're breaking up, you know, his intentions. Standing off too much again here, Boylan.
Martin once again covering up. Boylan being offered very little target. And from looking a little bit in distress earlier in the fight when he was on the ropes, he's looking comfortable on the ropes now, Martin, and then lands a combination of his own. And Boylan is running out of ideas.
And you know, the fact that Martin's confidence is building, you know, you draw energy from that. If you're having a struggle, things are going against you, you'll tire that little bit quicker. But when you're flying, the adrenaline's flowing and you're loving every second, you get that second wind. Good left hand work again from Martin. These little responses are good coming back from Boylan, but we need to see more of them.
I'm impressed, Jim, with Tommy Martin, I really am. You wondered about his inexperience, the way he went off so fast. He seemed to be starting to slump and sag midway, but look at what he's put together in the second half of this fight. Boylan takes a right hand as he lunges in.
See, Boylan's problem is he's doing exactly the same things in this round as he's been doing in the previous 7. Something else had to be done. He had to walk across, cut the ring down, you know, cut down the movement of Martin, but he's not been able to do it. Couldn't have tried any harder.
Oh, he's putting everything. He's put
everything into it.
Yeah.
But just the technique not there to get the result he needs.
Let's go back and rejoin Ed and Spence.
Well, what a response from Tommy Martin since round 5, really.
Yeah, he looked like he was tiring in round 5, and he seems to have turned it all around. He's answering all the questions, Ed. You know, I think going into the fight, we knew all about Boylan and his strengths and the way that he loves to come forward, keeps pressing forward. We didn't know that about Martin, you know, and he's kept them skills up, and he's turned it around into his favour. For me, at the moment, Martin running away with this one.
When he's on the ropes, Martin. He does struggle a bit with Boylan's strength, but at distance, he seems to have the upper hand all the time.
Yeah, I mean, Martin's sitting on the ropes and sitting there too long. Again, a little bit of inexperience, but he's covering up well. And if you see him, he's turning Boylan. Boylan's allowing him to get turned on the ropes, and then Martin's coming away, peppering him with 3 and 4 shots a time. Doing everything right at the moment, Martin. Boxing beautifully.
You thought Ricky was hurt in that round?
Yeah, definitely. He got caught with a big right hand, and like I said, Martin's just running away with it at the moment.
Thank you, Spencer.
Max Spence wouldn't disagree with a word of that. Round 9. Ricky Boylan needs 2 massive rounds. Needs to get this man on the floor, may even need a stoppage. It was the second half of this fight where we thought Boylan would come on strong. It just hasn't happened for the Carshalton man. And Martin's confidence is just growing with every minute that passes.
Well, the experience that Boylan has in his corner, I'm sure they'll have told him he has to go out there and look for the stoppage. He's been taking too many punches as he's been coming forward and not making enough of an impression when he gets there.
Lee lunging really with that long right cross there, Boylan, and paid the price. He was open, and Martin just had him where he wanted him. Measured a couple of shots. That body shot was beautiful. Real maturity about this youngster here.
I mean, Boylan's standing off there as though he wanted to counter. I don't quite know what his plan is at the moment, or if he still has one.
He's finding this tough, isn't he, Boylan?
This is more like what you'd expect from him. Put Martin on the ropes.
But he can't
keep
him there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The technique, you know, of making his advantages count, he doesn't seem to have it.
And now look, Martin making him reach and miss and look very ordinary. And the clock is ticking on Ricky Boylan. He needs to find something big and fast. Decent left hand there at the end, but look caught again. A wonderful combination from Martin. Every time Boylan has looked to get on top, Martin has managed to find something. It must be so disheartening for Ricky Boylan. He just can't tame this fella.
See, I wonder, does Boylan do so much power training, you know, power punching? It's probably the technique that needs sharpened up a little bit. He needs to use the advantages that he has, and Martin has never allowed that to happen.
Well, in the jostling for position in the domestic light welterweight scene, Tommy Martin just 3.5 minutes away from taking another big step up the ladder. And we've got John Wayne Hibbert and Tyler Goodjohn, another couple of fighters in this division that are a bit of a handful as well. They're coming up later on.
Now, this is a great division. If you just step under the British title level, you'll have 4 kids just like this, and I think we're going to see some action over the next few months.
What on earth can Jamie Moore and the team say now?
You win this round, it's close. You win this round, you've won. Listen to me. You win this round, you've won the fight, yeah? That triple jab is lovely. Yeah. From your back foot, this hand side, head down, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, 10th and last round again. Yeah? Drive it back.
I think Jamie Moore wants them to put punches together, which unfortunately for him he hasn't been able to do, but it's difficult against the constant movement of Tommy Martin. I think Tommy Martin has his tactics bang on, full credit to his camp.
Last minute.
Yeah, wide now.
Well, you heard Jamie there saying to Ricky Boylan, win this round, you've won the fight. Is he just trying to build a little bit of confidence in that? Or does he seriously think that? Because I wouldn't argue with any one of those rounds that you scored, and Spencer's the same as well. The last round of this 10-rounder that has just gone by in a flash. The winner will pick up the vacant English light welterweight belt and move one step closer, a shot at the British title somewhere down the line. Willie Limond, the 35-year-old holder of that belt, must be looking at some of these youngsters and wondering how long he's going to have left.
See, we're talking about the strength of Boylan. But when you're forcing what you're doing, when you're missing a lot, that all saps the energy. And you know, he hasn't really found any rhythm, any smoothness in his boxing. Everything's been a big effort for Boylan trying to pin this young man down. And here he is standing off. Is he trying to draw him onto one big right hand? I feel he needs it.
Well, I think he's had less success in this fight than he had in his last fight against Tyler Goodjohn, and that is a pretty comfortable win for the Cambridgeshire man. The way Martin regrouped at midway, because everybody watching at ringside, I'm sure, was feeling the same thing, that he was going to start fading away, that he'd put too much into those early rounds. Instead, he's just regrouped and boxed beautifully.
Maybe coasting a little bit in the last round here. Maybe he feels he's comfortable in front. That's always dangerous. You don't want your concentration to lapse. Just coasting a little bit, that's more like it.
Never been past 7 rounds before tonight. Tommy Martin, that Matty Chu fight last time out, which he won in the 7th. That's the longest he's gone. Here he is in his first 10-rounder, finishing as he started, in charge, on top, and looking comfortable. Boylan still giving it everything he's got. As you said earlier, Jim, no shortage of effort. You cannot fault Ricky Boylan one little bit.
No, but I think Martin maybe feels the job's done. Just coasting a little bit, but quite right. Don't do anything silly. Don't make mistakes. I'm sure his corner, he's going back to a happy corner all night long, so I'm sure he's confident that he's pretty much comfortably ahead here. So maybe I just thought too little, too late for Boylan, but big effort here in the last round. Huge effort.
Clock ticking against Ricky Boylan here. Tommy Martin has been so clever, so intelligent, so mature in the second half of this fight. Boylan pouring it on in these last few seconds, and just look at the effortless way Martin spun him around. Didn't take a shot that meant anything. Tommy Martin just came of age. And all I can really say now, Jim, is that was a terrific scrap.
Yeah, from start to finish, we had doubts, obviously. You know, the young, immature Tommy Martin, his first 10-rounder. You know, kids sometimes they start out nice and easy, do nothing for the first couple of rounds because they're worried about the distance. Quite the opposite. He flew off the blocks. I had Boylan just tightening things up in the last round there. I thought he put up a huge effort. Maybe Martin just coasting slightly. But what a terrific performance from start to finish from Martin. But full credit to Boylan for the part he played. That was a terrific 10-rounder. Great start to the show tonight.
Well, he is so brash, and he does rub people up the wrong way. I don't mind a young man with a lot of confidence, so long as you can back it up, and this fella backed it up big time tonight. He really did. This is one for the future, without question. 20 years old, Jim, he's a baby.
Yeah, and you have to remember in natural size and weight, it was probably giving away a huge advantage to Boylan tonight. I don't expect he would have put on a lot of weight, whereas I'm sure Ricky Boylan would have been massive when the first bell sounded. But he coped with it. Terrific movement, terrific tactics, and just stuck with a plan that was working. Didn't waver from it.
Tell you, he looks close to tears here, Tommy Martin. Nervous moments as they wait to hear how this one has been scored by Phil Edwards, Terry O'Connor and Bob Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, rightly so, referee Marcus McDonald has asked me to ask you to show your appreciation for two amazing boxers. 10 fantastic championship rounds. Philip Wood scores a contest 97-93, Terry O'Connor 97-93, and Bob Williams 99-92, and all three judges are in favour of the winner and the new English light welterweight champion from St.
Yeah, there it is. There's confirmation. Absolutely right. One of the judges a little bit wide, perhaps, but no argument overall. Tommy Martin looked terrific. Started off so fast, faded a bit towards the middle rounds, but then what he did in the second half of that fight, very, very impressive indeed, and that's what's earned him that English light welterweight belt.